All right. So today we're going to talk about why your dashboards get ignored. So you build a dashboard, everyone loves it, then leadership stop using it and start asking you for the same report over and over again. That's not because dashboards don't work. It's because most dashboards aren't built using a clear set of guidelines. In this video, I'll show you the exact reasons dashboards get ignored, the signs to watch out for, and a simple fix. Your manager keep asking you for a one-pager summary. They keep asking you to send the latest update. They keep messaging you and sending you emails on the latest update. They say, is this accurate? They ask you to customize it for me. They ask, what does it mean? And they also ask, how is it calculated? All of these are signs that your dashboards aren't built and optimized properly. So here are two reasons why. Number one, your dashboard is hard to read and navigate. Number two, the data is not trustworthy. So here are 5 root causes and reasons why your dashboards get ignored. Number one, the audience fit. You never truly identify who you're building the dashboard for. Therefore, everything gets cluttered. There's too much information. Things don't flow nicely, and it's just not the right fit. Number two, there was no guidance for you. You didn't follow a guideline. There was no definition of done. Therefore, your dashboards become inconsistent across the board. Number three, no story. Dashboards are meant to tell a story, and you didn't tell a story with your dashboard, unfortunately. So things to look out for and you might want to include are what changed since last time. Perhaps you want to put a date that says when the data was last updated. Number 4, colors and visual hierarchy. Sometimes you have too many colors. Sometimes you have inconsistent color. The colors aren't helping to guide the eyes, and you're not using different shades of color to create hierarchy. Number 5, data trust. If you have broken widgets, if you have inconsistent data, and if during the meeting, the reports and data did not represent what was shown on the dashboard, those are all signs of untrusted data. So here's my philosophy on the dashboard design. Less is more. That is crucial. The more information you have on a dashboard, the quicker it becomes cluttered, and it's extremely hard for your audience to focus on what truly matters. So here are some principles that I follow with my dashboard. Executive KPIs at the top. Those should be very simple, self-explanatory, and no clutter. You also have to design the dashboard for a target audience. So are they executives or are they project managers? The way you design the dashboard for them are completely different. Also, make sure you use colors to guide the eyes, not to decorate. We don't want rainbows here. And also make the color consistently across the board. So if you're going to use red for, let's say, cost and green for profit, make sure you keep that consistent throughout the entire dashboard. So next, I'm going to show you what is not a good dashboard and what is a good dashboard. So here's an example of a dashboard that will get ignored. As you can see, when you come to the dashboard, there are lots of information all over the place. The high-level KPIs on the top are skewed to the left. You have an image on the right, and it's just extremely hard to see and tell the story here. And as you scroll down, you have a broken widget, which doesn't build trust, and very quickly your dashboard will get ignored. Let's take a look at a dashboard that is good. Here's a dashboard that has been following a certain guideline that I've created. So let's go over that again. Your executive KPIs are at the very top. It's extremely clear on what you're trying to explain. Here's a revenue, here's a total cost, total profit, and a margin. And because you want to tell a story, you want to explain what each of the KPIs and how they break down. So for revenue, right below, you have a chart that tells you how much revenue were earned last year and this year. And in total, they sum up to the top. To keep the same consistency, you want to do that for each KPI. So you have the cost breakdown below, the profit breakdown below, and then also the margin between the 2 years. That is a good way to tell a story. And you can also see that I'm using different shades of green to highlight the different sections of the dashboard. So in the main section where it says metrics, that is a darker green. And when I go down to a subsection, I'm using a lighter green and even a smaller bar to explain that this top portion is purely talking about financials. This will help the eyes and help guide the eyes for your users. And as you scroll down, you can quickly see that I have another section called earnings trend, and we're breaking it down to 2 different subsections. This is extremely easy on the eyes. And also coming back to the top, I am only using a few color choices. We don't want to decorate with colors. We don't want to create rainbows. As soon as you have too many colors, it becomes very hard to understand what each color indicates. So in my dashboard design here, I'm using blue for revenue, red for cost, green for profit. And as you can see, keeping the same consistency throughout the entire dashboard. So for the user, when they come down to a new section, it is very clear to see this graph that revenue is on the top, profits in the middle, and cost is at the bottom. So now that you've seen what a good dashboard looks like, here's some quick actions you can do. Number 1, let's audit your own dashboard right now. Let's see if you can define a primary audience that you've designed the dashboard for. Are they executives? Are they project managers? Are they business owners? And let's take a look at your dashboard and see if your executive KPIs are at the very top, or are they muddled around the dashboard and it's hard to find. Make sure you keep the same color palette throughout the entire dashboard and avoid using extra colors. I think what I have here is just enough, but if you introduce a few more colors that are maybe, let's say, yellow, orange, that becomes very hard to see. Number 2, data visualization. Do a quick check. If you've seen my last video, you would know that a good dashboard is built from metric sheet and perhaps reports. But if your dashboard is only built from using reports, using those reports to fill in all the visualization widgets, that could be an indication that your dashboard is not optimized. So if you can check out my last video, you will learn how to build the metric sheets.